I'm not gonna see him grow up. I'm not gonna see him become the man that he was destined to be. You know, that hurts. And I just knew he was gonna be great. It wasn't a doubt in my mind. It was anything could have happened to my son. I know if anything, he could have got hit by a car. He could have fell off the trampoline. He could have, did anything. Not how. It wasn't supposed to. He wasn't supposed to go like that. We don't even own a gun. So gun violence was nowhere ever a thought. Even though it happens around here, but it was never a thought in my mind.
kcisthetown.com. This is a story about Brooke Johnson, 21, and Brian Henderson Jr, aka Famous BJ, 12. The siblings were described as being twins. Brooke Johnson was a UMKC student on a full academic scholarship. From the age of 2, her brother BJ displayed a natural athletic talent. He was an all-star junior athlete on the basketball court and the football field. He said he wanted to be an NFL star. That was his goal. As a football player, he ran in enough touchdowns to earn the praise of other parents and wound up receiving a scholarship to Kansas City's University Academy. On the team, he was viewed as a leader and encouraged those around him to be their best. He would enter into a team huddle when the chips were down and lift everyone's spirits. On the morning of April the 14th, 2021, BJ ate pancakes for breakfast and reported to his sister that they were out of syrup. His mom measured his feet for a new pair of shoes. Everyone was laughing and joking around. He rode his bike around outside. Brooke was at the house too. She was thinking about pulling a lick for some quick cash. Brooke got on social media telling people she had a blicky for sale. 3 guys from Leavenworth County agreed to buy the blick. Brooke Johnson actually planned to sell them a BB gun that looked like a real gun, then drive off with the money before they could realize it wasn't real. Brooke recruited her 12-year-old brother and a 13-year-old friend to assist with the scheme. She also recruited a 17-year-old to drive them to Leavenworth in his car. Around 6 p.m. on April the 14th, BJ went to his parents' bedroom and asked if he could go to the store with his older sister, Brooke Johnson, and a new friend of hers. His parents said sure. His mother reminded him of the chili she was preparing for dinner. They met the prospective buyers in a pharmacy parking lot. The 2 cars parked across from each other. A teenage male walked from the purchaser's car and received a fake gun in exchange for $400 in cash. As he started to walk back to the car, he realized it wasn't a real gun. At that point, he shouted to the 2 other people in the car they'd been ripped off. The 2 other people in the car were Darvon Thomas and Jalen Johnson. Darvon Thomas told Jalen Johnson to shoot them, and Jalen Johnson got out the car and began firing a real gun at Brooke Johnson's car, hitting it multiple times as it left the parking lot. One stray bullet struck the car of a woman driving past the pharmacy with her 6-month-old baby inside. After leaving the scene, Brooke realized her brother had been shot and took him to Children's Mercy Hospital in Kansas City. At 7 p.m., Monica Henderson, his mother, received a panic call from her daughter saying come to the hospital. She thought her son might have suffered an allergic reaction or was having trouble breathing. Shortly after arriving, the Hendersons were kept in the entrance as they frantically sought answers. A nurse brought Monica Henderson to her daughter, who delivered the news. Someone had shot the car. Then the doctors came out saying BJ didn't make it. A jury convicted the person who fired the fatal shot, Jalen Johnson, of first-degree murder in May 2022. He was also found guilty of criminal possession of a firearm by a felon and 2 counts of criminal discharge of a firearm at an occupied vehicle. In June, He was sentenced to life in prison with a chance of parole after 25 years. Darvin Thomas, who told Jalen Johnson to shoot at the car, was convicted of second-degree murder in February of this year. He was sentenced in March to 200 months. That's nearly 17 years in prison. The 17-year-old who drove Brooke Johnson to Leavenworth was charged as a juvenile and adjudicated of involuntary manslaughter. He was sentenced in January of this year to 15 months in the state's juvenile correctional facility. 21-year-old Brooke Johnson of Kansas City, Missouri was sentenced to 32 months in prison. The $400 was never recovered. Okay, this is a very sad situation. My heart goes out to this family. You can't be out here blicking in a parking lot because you got finessed. It's kids out here. R.I.P. to the legendary Famous BJ. All right, I'm out of here.
Everybody that's seen him was like, this kid is amazing. Number 10, give it to number 10. If you want to win, you got to give it to 10. The world was supposed to experience him. Like, and now they've taken it from the world. It's not just the community. It's not just this household. Like, he was destined to be great, and you could see it in him. He made sure that you saw it in him. He wouldn't let you not see it. Everybody's hurting, and everybody's trying to grasp the concept of this actually being real. You know, it's, every day you wake up, it's like you waiting to hear that, hear his voice or see him, because you don't believe that it's real. We received multiple letters from classmates in school and, of kids that BJ's touched their lives. This impacts a lot of people tremendously. It impacts a lot of people. Gun laws need to change. They have to. They have to, because gun violence is ridiculous. It's nonsense. It happens over something that can be, any problem. You should be able to be, if you can't communicate it, have dialogue with the person that you have the issue with, then you need to talk to somebody else that can talk. It shouldn't be happening at the rate that it's happening, and I really want to see a change. I want change fast.